Welcome, y'all. This your girl Tina G. Let's see. Am I on TikTok? Yep, look like I'm on TikTok. Welcome, y'all. I am using my different headset today, and I'm gonna have to turn the volume down on something, but it's all good. Give me 1 second. Let me go live on Instagram. What's up, TikTok? Tonight we're still talking about fatherhood. I'll have some special guests up here, and we're gonna have a good show. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Give me 1 second. All right, so he's on here. So give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I have Instagram. It's saying I'm live, but let me hit the go live button. All right, let me get 1 second. Let me edit my Instagram because sometimes I got it up here. Let me hit after I go live here, then I come back. All right, so let me edit Instagram. Let me remove it. Let me go back. Let me add it. What's up, y'all? This is your girl. Y'all know how it is. It's always something. Cause I had this all set up the whole week just so we can have a great show. We got a great show lined up for y'all. Thank you so much. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We're still talking about fatherhood. I have some great young men up here, and we're gonna definitely continue the conversation. Talking about fatherhood, stepdads, the great work that they're doing, what they got going on. Just find out a little bit information about them and see what see what we can get from it because it is definitely real. Now, it's saying that I'm live on Instagram, but I can't see it. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, because once I'm live on all these platforms, then I'm going to bring my guests right on in. They're gonna welcome y'all just like how I do each and every week. And then we're gonna have a great show. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Mm, mm, mm. I hope y'all had a great night. I hope everybody can hear me. I got something to say, add to the story. Okay, come on. I'm just going to add it. I'm just going to see what's happening with this one. Okay, let me see. All right, so Instagram, want to act crazy. I just want to make sure I want to remove this and then I'm going to go back in here and add it again. So give me 1 second because I want to add Instagram because we got some people on Instagram too. So, and they want to see what's going on. They definitely want to chime in on the tonight's topic. We're talking about fatherhood from um, all perspectives, right? All ages. I've had my friend Toot up here, who's in his 50s. I had D up here who talked about um, his father not being present for a period of time in his life, right? And so now I have my cousins who are in their 30s. One is 40. So we're going to talk about fatherhood. So I'm getting all ages, right? I'm capturing all ages, getting everybody's perspective. I say that right. Perspective, y'all. All right. All right. Let me add them to the stage so they can welcome y'all with me. So hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. What's up? What's up, cousin? What's up, Larry?
Hey cousin, how are you?
I'm good. Let me see if I got Anthony good. Let me see if I got Anthony good. What's up, Ant? What's up?
What's
What's
up?
up?
What's up? What's
How
What's
up?
up,
you
What it
brother?
do? What
doing?
it do? What it do? How
You
y'all
good?
doing? Yes, man. I'm
All
good. How
right.
y'all?
Okay. So this how we do it. We're gonna start off. We're gonna play my intro. We're gonna let the people come in. Seem like I hear a little echo. Do you got two things going on over there? And
No.
No? Okay, cool. That's fine. All right, let me play my this what I do every Sunday. So y'all gonna be a part of the intro. So my girl hooked this up for me. So everything on mute for right now. So stay tuned.
Come true.
Let me see. Somebody said that I was muffled. Gwen, can you tell me if I still sound muffled because I got this new mic, this little headset. Do I sound muffled to y'all?
Nah, you good over here on my end, cuz.
I'm good. Okay. All right, Gwen, let me know because Gwen gotta let me know if I sound muffled. If I sound muffled, I can switch to this mic right here. But I don't want to be muffled. Definitely don't want to be muffled. So Gwen, let me know. Am I muffled? Oh, she said yeah. Everybody's saying yeah. Okay. Well, let me switch the mics because I definitely don't want to be muffled. Hold up. Easy. Oh. But anyway, I got another mic, so we good. We good over here. I don't want to sound muffled, so let me know if I still sound muffled. I'm gonna get my little mic. So tonight we're gonna talk about fatherhood, right? My sponsors know who they are: Art Therapy, Chaos, Bridget Knits, Classic Tina G360. If anybody would like to be a sponsor, let me know. Hey Ma, do I still sound muffled? Let me know. I got a mic now. So we are having this conversation. What's up, Tyree? So we are having this conversation. We're talking about fatherhood again. 2 weeks ago, I had my nephew up here and we talked about his father not being present for a little while. Hold on one second. I'm a bad sister. Give me 1 second because I don't want to be muffled. Do I sound muffled now?
Nah, you good on over here.
Yes, Gwen, let me know if I'm still muffled. She said a little bit. So we're talking about fatherhood. Last week we had much better. So we had Larry Jr. who's joining us, and we got a special guest, which is his brother, another brother. Come on now. We got another brother, Anthony, who I just found out is a father and a stepfather, right? So he on double duty. He a father and a stepfather, right? So I'm gonna just dive right in because I want to know from Anthony. I'm gonna let him take this one first, right? Because we got a little information on you last week, Larry. So I'm gonna let Anthony take this one, right? So what's up, Monique? All my little cousins. So
Sis, what's up, sis? Mo, what it do, Mo?
So Anthony, so how many kids do you have now?
I have a son.
You have a son, but you have how many? You're a stepfather, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
39. So how long have you been a father? At what age?
I had my son in 2011. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a minute. That's a good
Uh-huh.
little minute. Okay, so you was young, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And doing the right thing, right? Because you're married, right? You with somebody. You're a
Yes.
stepfather. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So to take on that role, I'm gonna say Happy Father's Day and Happy Stepfathers because there's a stigma that you know how we do y'all on Father's Day, right? We go Father's Day. I can go right now and take 20 people to a restaurant and say Happy Father's Day, and we're gonna sit down. Mother's Day, I can't do the same thing, right? We know that. I can't do that, right? So how is it being a father and stepfather, right? With dealing with other fathers. Like,
So
did you
you
have
asked,
any
oh, that's just,
problems?
nah, I mean, well, I ain't gonna say problems because, everything challenges,
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
but, I'm gonna say me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it probably helped me, in a way because I
Mm-hmm.
was still learning how to be a dad, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
so I guess that's what I say. It was kind of still, sharpening my tools. You know what I mean? Because the
yeah.
lady that I
Yeah.
am with,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, cause I really don't, be talking too much about people. But the lady that, the guy, my lady, her
Right.
kids' dads,
Right. Right. Right.
they wasn't kind of present. They wasn't around.
Right.
So that's why I
Right.
said, it just helping me now to still be, kind of like that fit, you know what I mean? That figure
Yeah.
and, still sharpen my tools, because I did have Junior, Twan, my mom, all
Right. Right.
y'all that still was giving me
Right.
the bigger picture, letting me know
Right.
that he gonna be around, you know what I mean? He,
Yeah.
so the norms, the tools and stuff that I get from you guys, that was just still helping once, he was around here and there.
Right.
When I
Right.
get him, I still knew how to still maintain my dad role, my,
Right.
nothing fell off, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
it was just, but so cause that's why I say I think it helped me for real. I don't think it wasn't no bad thing
That's
with
a
me,
blessing.
you know.
No, that's a blessing. So I'm going to applaud you because stepfathers don't get a lot of recognition, right? And somebody, my niece put stepfathers are the best as well. I don't know if you can see their comments, right? But
No, I
stepfathers
can't.
are the best. You can't see the comments? No, but
Uh-uh.
she says stepfathers are the best because you actually taking on another person's responsibility if they're in your household too. That's like double duty. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So Larry has a unique situation because he actually has to deal with a stepfather. Come on, Larry, right? And so how was that for you? Um, in the beginning, how was that for you? And how did you maintain, you know, I'm gonna always be here? How did you you know what I'm saying? Like you the father, but so y'all on like two different things. Y'all both are fathers, but he is a stepfather and you have to deal with the stepfather. So how did you, just basically say, look, however you said it. You know what I'm saying?
Um, so as far as the stepfather that my daughter has now, he's actually really good. He's good for her.
Hmm.
He actually encourages our relationship. So
That's
my daughter's mother has two other kids from another man, and
mm-hmm,
he's not in their life. So he's very he's appreciative that I'm in my daughter's life. I
mm-hmm.
mean, he didn't need to give me a permission to do so, but
Right,
uh,
right, right, right.
there's sometimes when there's a stepfather and a real father in the picture, there's some attrition. So
Mm-hmm,
from what I gathered in the brief conversation that I had with him, he encouraged my
mm-hmm,
daughter's mother to have me in my daughter's life, which at one point
mm-hmm.
she didn't want me to be in my daughter's life. So I think that was a blessing, because he, was for me being in her life as opposed to trying to replace me.
Oh wow, I got a question already. I got a question already. So this is for I'm gonna say this is for Anthony. Tyrese said, do you use different discipline between the kids? That's a very good question.
Hmm.
Do I use different disciplines? I'm gonna
Yep.
say no. I'm gonna say no because me personally, the reason why I say no because I want all of them to know what I'm very more wanting them to understand that I'm very passionate about. You know what I mean? I can't because then I'll
Yeah.
be misfumbling a lot of what I'm saying to this one, to that one, to that one. I'm not
Hmm.
perfect. You know what I mean? So I gotta
Hmm.
just keep one
Yeah.
structure of what I'm You know what I mean? Like what I'm determining, what I need them to
Yeah.
do, and what's not tolerated, and so. And I'm a kids
Yeah.
person. Everybody know me. Everybody know.
Right.
My lady will tell you we out every day. Kids, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like she just said, you know what I mean? So the answer to the lady question, you know what I mean? I say no. I just
Right.
keep it where I
Right.
letting them know what I expect, so we can just leave it like that
Yeah.
and help them along the way with whatever, I can't help them with, you know what I mean? So, but it's still
Yeah.
me letting them know where I stand in my line there. But I'm always outside and helping, them on whatever it was that, probably misled them or had them confused or something. So I would, I'd be willing to still now give them what, they need for that situation. You know what I mean?
Like
So
that.
it's just,
Yeah.
evolving, learning and just
Yeah.
keep, you know what I mean, just going. So
I like that. I like that. It's still, it's still. I don't know if you deal with that or not. And I don't know if your lady deal with that or not. Even though there is a man present, for some reason, kids still feel a void.
Mhm.
There's still a void, and I'm only talking about things that I know. So I got married. I was married for 12 years. So my kids had a stepfather for 12 years. They
Mhm.
will they will tell you right now today, because their father's deceased, right? Um, they will still say, well, we didn't have a father. And for 12 years, 15 years, because we were together 15 total, they had a stepfather. But they still, for some reason, and I don't know what that is. And maybe one of y'all can help me, and I ask them as well. But their father's deceased, so I don't know your stepkid situation, but they still it still feel a void, even though you're doing the best that you can, like you said. Which again, I'm applauding you. That's why I did this show, because there's still a void, like the young man, my nephew who was up here 2 weeks ago. There's still a void, even though his father is living. There was still a void. And how do you reassure them? Like, how do you deal with that? Even with you, Larry, with your daughter being miles away.
Mhm.
So either one of
so
y'all can take that.
So to answer
Speak.
that, so my background, right? So I wasn't
Hmm.
raised with the rest of my siblings, so I do
Right,
have a stepfather.
right.
Um, but yet and still being raised by him, blood calls to blood. So I still
Yeah.
wanted to know who my biological father was. And
Hmm.
that's similar for my daughter. Even though she
Mm.
has a stepfather, she
Hmm.
still, wants to be in contact with me. She still messages me. She still, um, she's Black, Puerto Rican, and Korean.
Right,
So,
right, right,
when she's in Seattle, she's the darkest, right? But when she's
right.
here, she's not the darkest, right? So,
Mm.
she even had recently, her mom called me because she was kind of having um, an issue with, not just being Korean, but also being Puerto Rican. And I needed to
Mhm.
speak to her and talk to her and console her about that.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be some challenges that she's gonna have to deal with that I can
Hmm.
help her with, where
Right.
she might not be able to get that, that same type of care from her stepfather.
Mm. Mm.
So I always believe the blood calls to blood, so there's always gonna
Yeah.
be some type of
Yeah.
seeking
Yeah.
out.
I like that. I got a question. I want to say, hey to Avis, hey to Monique. Tyrese said,
hey, what's
when
up,
did
man?
you when did you decide you can discipline the same? Was it a big or small situation and you realized, okay, bet I can be dad without any issues? Tawana said, hey. And then another question
Hey,
is,
Rona. Hey.
Tyrese says sometimes it's a bond that's created without force.
Hmm.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they were cordial for the
Mm-hmm.
sake of you, but clearly they seen their dad wasn't a bad a dad bond present. Okay, she talking about for me. Tyree, I don't even know why, but that could be true. And I think I don't know. I don't know. I can't I can't speak on that. So that may be what it is. So
I mean, but just cause a lot of men, I mean, just cause you got a kid ain't you ain't a dad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
no,
you know, a lot of people just
100.
be having, you know what I mean? Cause I
Yeah,
don't know if I was saying it crazy or wrong or you know what I mean. Like, but
no,
you know, a lot of men and you know what I mean. These guys don't, you know what I mean. They, of course, you
mhm,
got a kid. Duh, we get it. She had a baby
right,
9 months, done gave the
right,
birth. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But you know, so you know, I be feeling for the kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know,
no,
so it's like, you know, I don't a lot of these do and women too, you know, they just don't
yeah,
be ready. So, but fucking
yeah,
is easy. I mean, excuse
yeah.
my language, having
That's
sex is,
okay. Yeah, yeah,
you know, having sex is, you know, you can do
yeah,
that. But that's
yeah,
why I get what our parents and all them really installed us and was telling us.
yeah.
Cause once you have that, you know, not a mistake, a blessing, because I always say that that's exactly what it is, even though it may be troubling now that you done had it through life now. I get it.
Right.
But that still was a blessing of that day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I just look at it like, you know what I mean? When y'all used to tell us, once we have, you know what I
yeah,
mean, kids, you know what I mean? The funds be over now. Stop over. You know, it's time now
yeah.
to pull your, you know, I don't care if you was 14. You got to pull your
That's
pants
right.
up. You rush to want to be grown. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Pull your
Yeah,
pants up, be adult. You got to stay home. You got to feed. You got to go doctor appointment. You know what I
that's
mean? You got
it.
to do these things. You know what I
Yep,
mean? So it's
yep,
like, but that's not really what's being accountability no more, cause you know that. You know what I mean?
yep.
It's
I
like,
love that.
you know, so that's why, you know, I just wish we can get back to that old, you know what I mean, that type of
I'm,
little line. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
telling you. I'm
until
telling
then,
you.
you know, you know, that stuff ain't going, you know, that's just hit, you know, that be hitting over there type stuff now.
But that makes a lot of sense. So somebody on here just said, they said the void of losing a parent never goes away, no matter what age you are. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. They're on Instagram. So these are and Twan is on Instagram with the
Bro,
fist up.
they,
I'm like, where you at? He said at work. So this is really good, but this is why I'm doing this show. What's up, chilling cool? That's my motto. He said FNA is easy. He on point. That's my little cousin, right? So
hey, look, you know, hey man, I'm just saying, man, you know, that's
that
all.
is so true, and it's so hard, but that's why I dedicated this show to fathers this whole month, right? Because there are good fathers, right? We know that there are bad fathers, but I wanted to celebrate you all and all of the good fathers that are out there and the good stepfathers that are out there, the
Mhm.
uncles, right? The big brothers who, like you said, because you had a kid does not make you a dad. Stepping up and taking care of somebody else's kid, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Talking
I
to
was
your,
about to say, yeah,
yeah,
excuse, I about to say, shout out to
no, go ahead.
all the fathers, cause the bad ones
Yeah,
too. It's just they gotta see us shining though. You know what I mean? So, you
exactly,
know, shout out
exactly,
to them all. You know what I mean? Because
exactly.
you know, hopefully, you know what I mean, me saying that can
Yeah,
have one bad father be like, you know what, oh nah, I'm you know what I mean,
yeah.
I'm changing, you know what I mean? Or
No, I
so
like
that's why
that.
shout out to the bad days, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Cause y'all are bad that you know what I mean, until y'all
Yeah,
tighten up, y'all ain't gonna get these recognitions, man. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Y'all ain't gonna get that love for real. Y'all not gonna get
yeah,
it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's like, you know, shout out to all the fathers, whether they
That's right.
good, bad, you know what I mean? But you know, cuz, you know, me, my brother, and all that,
No,
you know, we just at the top of the you know what I mean? I'm just saying
yeah,
though, we just up there at the
no,
top of this stuff. So I
yeah,
don't be mad, you know what I mean? So I don't, cause I know we at with it, you know what I mean? You know,
that's it.
so
Yeah,
shout out to them all, you know what I mean? Whether
yeah.
y'all ain't, you know what I mean, where y'all at with it, cause we up, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's how it be, you know, but I ain't
That
want, you know,
that's why no, you good. That's why I'm having this, and I'm gonna read some comments, and then I want to say something because what you're hitting on a lot of points, and I'm gonna share this, and hopefully again somebody sees this. That's why I do these hard talks, ask these hard questions because it's gonna help somebody. Maybe somebody will say, "Oh, that's
yeah, we
Anthony."
root right. Yeah, we rooting for
You
him
get
though,
what I'm
cuz at the
saying?
end, you know,
Mhm.
right? We
Yeah,
rooting for him at the end, man. You
yeah,
know that, cuz. But I'm
exactly,
keeping it real, cuz if you at the bottom of
exactly.
that father told him, then you know what I'm saying. Get up here,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Mhm.
you
I
know,
love
but
that.
yeah,
I'm gonna read this comment. So Tyree says she said I had a stepfather, but he was my father. Even now in death, he's my father. And he spent majority of his dad time behind bars. But again, when he was out, the father bond was created without force. It's a void to be filled for a biological father. But love, time, and attention makes a difference. And that's really good.
Mhm.
My niece said she's second that also. So and then Monique said clock it. So
Mhm.
I have a question for both of y'all, because I had a situation. Like I said, I had my nephew up here 2 weeks ago, and there was a young man that I talked to that said he told his father that I'm not going to call you dad because you didn't earn that. And so that's on the line of what Anthony is talking about. So what do you all do who are fathers, who are doing good things, right? Or again, because you make a mistake does not make you a bad person. You're still a good person, right? Because you're not with your daughter's mom does not make you a bad person. Y'all just didn't work out, right? So how do you all help your peers? Because I know y'all have like a lot going on, and you can talk about y'all group that y'all have going on. You can talk about the book that you have. You can talk about what you got going on, Anthony. How do you talk to your peers that may not be doing good things, right? That may not be good dads? So do y'all talk about any of that in your group or anything with your friends or anything like that?
I mean,
Oh, go
for
ahead, Joe. Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead,
one of
Joe.
the biggest things is that I said this in the last
Mm-hmm.
video, is that
Mm-hmm.
we have to put ourselves in the position of our parents. I think that
Mm-hmm.
when you think of the times that our parents were raised in, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't make the best decisions. They did
Nope.
what they could with
Mm-hmm.
what they had, and
Right.
I'm not saying that to excuse behaviors of our
Right.
our fathers, our
Right.
parents, but
Right.
we have to take into consideration. I said this as well at the last one, is that social economic status. You have to take
Mm-hmm.
in society at the time, and just how that played a role in the ability for some men to father. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm not making any excuses, but we that's one of those are some of the conversations that I have with my peers, are that
Mm-hmm.
you have to sit outside of yourself and for a moment and think about what your parents went through, and the traumas that they carry with them, because there was a
Mm-hmm.
time where mental health wasn't a thing that we spoke about, right? Our generation does that, but the generations prior to us didn't talk about mental health. They didn't talk
Oh.
about depression, and you had to
Mm-mm.
so you had to just a lot of our parents, or our fathers had to only had
Mhm.
aggression as a
Yep.
form of emotion to be able
Yep.
to grit in order to move forward. So when you think of that, you sit back and you critically think about those nuances. What happens is you start to have some level of empathy for your parents who weren't
Mhm.
because
You do.
so yeah.
You do. And this is bring me back to a conversation that we had off camera, but I talk about this all the time, right? Um Ayana Van Zandt told she was talking to somebody, and she said your mother messed you up. She told a man this, right? So a lot of times before we get together, like Anthony said, and sleep with the person, we need to get to know the person. What we do is we sleep with them, and then we try to figure them out. So a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times men,
Mm-hmm.
men look for their mothers and women, right? I'm gonna give you a
Yes.
scenario, and
Mm-hmm.
what you I'm piggybacking on what you said, Junior, Larry, because a lot of times the fathers who were younger, right, before y'all, their mother wasn't in their life. So what they did was they went from women to women to women to women, looking for the love that they did not receive from their mother. So
Mm-hmm.
they didn't know how to love a woman, right? They may have saw their mother get physically abused. Their mother may have physically abused them, right? So they didn't know, okay, this is not right, right? They didn't know that. It's learned behavior, right? You
Yes.
do what you see, right? And so again, that's why I'm doing this show, because I want to break that cycle that all men are bad, all young guys are down at the Navy Yard, all young guys are here, because I got a cousin who's a welder, right? I got Um, your my Anthony son who's not down at the Navy Yard. I got D who's working, right? So all men are not bad, and I don't want to keep that stigma. I want to break that. We breaking that cycle this month. I did that, right? So a lot of men didn't know a lot of things, right? So in your group, and I know the women wanted to talk about why men hurt them, right? But you got to talk to a man. Ask him how's his relationship with his mother.
Mhm.
How was his relationship with his mother? You will learn a lot from a man that way. And a man that's going from house to house to house, they looking for something.
Mhm.
They looking for something, and it's usually their mother. You know what I'm saying? They looking for love the same way we look for men, and we're looking for love, and we may go from man to man. We're looking
Mhm.
for that man, right? Maybe our
Yes.
fathers wasn't in our life. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a cycle, and like Anthony said, like we just need to get back to old school, and the only way we can do that, like you said, we ain't know nothing about no mental health back then. You
Mhm.
better get it together and get a job and make it. You know what I'm saying? That's all you knew. Go get a check, go
Mhm.
get this and get the house. We
Mhm.
nobody told us nothing else but that. You get what I'm saying? Back
Can I
then, that's
interject real
true.
quick, cousin, with a
Go
little
ahead.
history lesson?
Because go
So
ahead.
when society was being, say, back in a time with the kings and queens, right? Say for
Mm-hmm,
example, I had a queen and I was a king,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
my empire got taken over. What would normally happen is that a king would not submit to another king. They would kill that king. But the queen who has children would have, in
mm-hmm,
order to survive, would have to shift her love from that last king who was killed to the new king, right?
mm-hmm,
So, and then what happened is that these women were passing those genetics down, right? So they became more socially inclined, right? But the men or the kings who were taken over were getting killed. So every time a king got killed, right, a king got taken over, most likely they wouldn't submit, they would be killed. So
mm-hmm,
those genetics of not being socially inclined or not submitting or not knowing how to maneuver within society, right? That was being passed
mm-hmm,
down. So men aren't, I say this in my group and the ladies can attest to this, that women are more socially inclined than men are, right?
mm-hmm,
So men don't really, we're just, our generation is now starting to get that emotional
yeah,
intelligence, that ability to be
mm-hmm,
able to navigate mental health. But there was a
mm-hmm,
time where those that socially being socially inclined was not a that wasn't a thing. So
yep,
women naturally are more socially inclined. They are naturally natural
mm-hmm,
nurturers. They
mm-hmm,
understand emotions, whereas men don't really have that, because
mm-hmm,
in society and in history, you can see that men never really had that ability or had the space to be able to navigate social dynamics. So I think that when women say that they get hurt, it's
mm-hmm,
because men have to learn the ability to, to be better with their emotions. Like to your point, like self
mm-hmm.
first, and
Yes,
then
yes,
once I love myself, how can I love a woman or be with a woman
right.
naturally?
I like that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no,
Well, no,
no, go ahead.
I was about to say, yeah, first shout out, like you
Dive
said,
in.
to the group. Yeah, shout out to the 48, laws a day, the group, John. Shout out to all the ladies on there, man. And all the
Mm-hmm,
guys too. Great group. We break down a lot of things though, cause we send a lot of little things in there and we break it
mm-hmm,
down and stuff. But I'm gonna get back to the parenting thing or whatever.
mm-hmm,
At the end of the day, and I think my brother Twan kind of like, what I mean, if I could recall, remember him saying or whatever, what our parents went through was what they went through. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Yep, yep,
we ain't gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yep,
so it's
yep,
going, you know what I mean? You can, do whatever you have to once you know what I mean, make your decision on, you know what I mean? So all that I use, what I mean, I don't like to say excuse me, but a lot of people, what
right.
I mean, like to, bring that with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be like your parents, you know what I mean? Cause the time
that's
ain't
true.
like that no more. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not.
So it can never, you know what I mean? But and another thing, cause you got this mix. I mean, this mixed sex thing. Back then, around that time, cause it was really man and woman. Back
Yeah,
then that
yeah,
different kind of race. And I don't wanna
yeah,
because I do have a because
yeah.
and my
Mm-hmm,
brother know, I love him, I have nothing
right,
against him. You
right,
know what I mean?
right.
But that right there kind of like now, you know what I mean? put a little, because
Mm-hmm.
you got some guys, I'm gonna give an example, you got some
Mm-hmm.
guys who say they, feel like, if they son come to him saying, hey dad, I'm on this side of the,
Right. Right. Right.
now, it's a, so because I don't know how to raise that, or I don't know,
Right.
I really don't know how to
Mhm.
teach you and talk to you about that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Oh, that's a whole nother.
that's something, that'd be something new to me now. So it'd be a lot of
Mm,
hurdles and bumps and stuff. So maybe my child now, so maybe our distance now will really get apart because I had to
mm.
learn with you now with this right here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so
Yeah.
whatever your sex is, I think they're gonna be proud of it. They should, because if you
Yeah.
wasn't, why would you, what I mean, do the
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of, because you got these
Mm,
lovely women, these women are wearing baggy pants, a do-rag, you know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? They wearing a tennis shoe, Timberland boots. Sometimes I be mind blowing sometimes, cuz, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I be trying to get it. Like, and then
Yeah.
turn around, you see a guy coming on, booty shorts on, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Nails polished, wig on, you know what I mean? Cause so our world, now, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just
Mm-hmm.
it's and I really don't know how to really put a bow on it, cause like I
No.
said, I don't know how to indulge into that other kind of land in life. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? And I can't act like they ain't in, you know what I mean? Cause they are a community and they are, you know what I mean, a thing of this. You know what I mean? Like,
It it is
so
definitely
I just think that kind
definitely
of play a
will.
little part in the homes, because once they child come out to the parent and say, "Hey, mom, this is," or "Hey, dad, this is," I think
Mm,
sometimes the parents get the beefing now. You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
where I think, and that's, you know what I mean. So it be a
Woo.
lot of things, that
Yeah.
can come around and be in time of that. But like I said, to jump on what you just said, far as we can't keep living on what our parents and stuff went through and stuff like
Yeah.
that. We can't.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to say we can't keep living
Yeah.
on whatever they had or whatever time they
Yeah.
went through and all that, because our parents, for the sake of it, hopefully everybody parents have, but our parents have
Yep.
tried to give us tools or try to just
Yep.
tell us what mistakes would be, or what,
Yep.
I mean, I'm quite sure they told us don't have a child, stay in school, finish
Yep.
this, I'm quite sure
Yep.
they said that, you know what I mean?
They
So,
did.
but you
Yep.
didn't. You had, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You had a younger, or you had a child, you
Yep.
wanted to go ahead. So
Yep.
the parent ain't got nothing to do with that no more, babe. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, it's
I
over
get
with,
that.
But go
Over
ahead,
with.
cuz, I just
No,
wanted to
no.
lab on that
I
though.
love that. No, I love that. I love that. I wanna answer this question because Twan is on Instagram, which is I'm getting some great comments. Julia cracking up. So 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 somebody on here said the mothers were homemakers and they want us to be her and bring a table too, which is good. And
Nope.
then Twan said, why do women dislike quote unquote mama boys, but men love women who has a dad? Men love women as a dad. I think that's what he's saying, right? Which okay, and then somebody said, and the
Hey,
topic and off the topic, but a lot of kids have issues with their fathers because of the way the way they treated their mothers. Hate to say it, but how you treat their mother does hold a lot of weight. Very good. Let me read these comments on because Tyree got a lot of comments over here. So she's saying, did I get the book? I did get the book. So I'm gonna try to read some comments, but we having a great conversation. But I do want to tell this, right? So Tyree said nowadays men have to be emotionally intelligent and A+ communication with these children. I don't have kids, but I witness how parents lack in these areas, which causes more damage when they're already in the same household. She also said kudos to the men on the panel for being great fathers. Because y'all, this is a great this one right here is gonna go. I love this. I mean, y'all real and raw, right? And so Tyree also said, she said her brother accepted his LGBT daughter, but not his son. That's definitely
yeah,
another
that's what it is.
conversation, right?
And I
So I
just,
want to.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is. Go ahead, and
Mhm.
it is another conversation because back then we didn't see that. And
Mhm.
you are so right. And I'm gonna give you an example of my ex and his parenting, right?
Mhm.
So this is a true story. All my stories are true. So when we were going through our divorce, So we was like, okay, so I wasn't gonna go to the same church he was going to because I ain't, I don't want to see him now. But anyway, so I was like, okay, so we gotta go to another church. So I was going to this church, and so I took my son, and so my ex came, honey. My son was probably 10 years old at the time. And I know people probably wondering, my son was 10 years old at the time, and his little face, bless his heart, he tapped me on the shoulder. He said, Mommy, don't you got that same shirt like that? But it was on a guy. And we were at church, come as you are. He tapped me and he said, Mommy, don't you have that same shirt? And I looked and I said, oh, yeah. And his father, I kid you not, snatched him up. He said he never come back in this church, and he walked out the church. And so that's why he go to his father church for the last 12 years, right? So because we've been divorced that long, but that was like a decision that I was like, well, I want him to come to church with me. And then he was like, well, I want him to come to church with me because I don't want him to see this And I was like, that was kind of like my first time too seeing it, because again, I was trying to find a church, and I was like, wow. So it's different things. What you said made a lot of sense. It is
Yeah,
different things
yeah.
that as
Mm,
parents that we
mhm,
have to deal with, that we have to explain to our kids at
mhm,
10 years old that this
mhm,
is what it is,
mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm,
Whether I can't say whether it's right or wrong to him
mhm,
at the
mhm,
time he was 10,
mhm,
right? But that's what you know he knew
mhm,
that wasn't what it was supposed to be. But
mhm,
now, like you
mhm.
said, Anthony, that's what it is. But at 10, he looked
Yeah.
over and he said, he tapped me, and I saw his little face. And next you know, saw both of them getting up, and then I'm leaving out, and we outside, we having a conversation. We're not arguing, but we having a conversation. He was like, he's not coming back in here. And I'm like, oh, okay, right. So we had to have that talk, right? So again, with the world of today, sometimes those things
Mm,
will arise. And
mhm,
as a
mhm,
stepfather and a father, you may have to be ready for that, both of y'all, because that's just the world we live in now,
Mhm.
right? We don't know what's going to happen. And again, we didn't have to deal with all that back then. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's a very, very good topic. Very good topic. But I wanted to let me see. I wanted to
Oh, and
ask,
Twan John about the mama's boy or something about
yes,
what Twan
yes, yes,
oh,
yes.
so what he asked again? So
So let me read this comment.
what was bro
He
question?
said,
Uh,
why do women dislike quote unquote mama boys, right? But but men love women who has dads.
Damn.
Why do women dislike mama boys? You who want to take that? Anthony, you got that's a question. That's a question.
Oh yeah. Shit.
I just want to put
Man,
it out
that's a
there
good
that
one. But I'm gonna probably say because I feel like a woman feel like once they number one. You know what I mean? A
Yep,
woman, you know what I mean? That's just the
yep,
dominant of a one. You know what I mean? A woman,
yep,
they feel like they just number. You know what I mean? So
yep.
once you know what I mean, you not, but giving that end of that, if the mom getting that,
Right,
righteous title or that, what I
right.
mean, so that's where they get it you know what I mean, a little you know what I mean. So I'm gonna say that, but I think women's just more dominant like that, where they want to be number one. You know what I mean? They want to be, you know what I mean. So especially some may think that they got receipts of why they did for you, they done took care. Some say
Right.
they got why they should, you know what I mean. Don't, and let me say that. Then some say they have, you know what I
Mhm.
mean. Whatever to be standing number one. Or, but we all know, a mother is you know what I
Yeah,
mean. Like
yeah,
we like so that's why we be wanting the women to kind of let's be a little in reality now. You know what I'm saying
yeah,
with that
yeah.
mothers like. But again, I think y'all just more dominant. Like women just have that, gen that, where y'all would just want to, be number one. So and fathers, and why guys like, women with their fathers because it show that they have some type of respect. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I don't think they
Mm,
father would, like, you know what I mean? You know, all the dish, or you
mhm.
know, for to the extent, you know, they may have a good
Oh,
father figure in their life where respect is, you
Mhm,
know, they know, or they may know
oh,
what they want from a nigga. You know what I mean? Hopefully, they
mhm.
right,
dad done told them pointers of what they, you know what I mean? So I think that's what we like, you know what I mean? We, you know what I mean? Us men like, you know, we don't want no easy B. Excuse my, we don't want no easy B.
right.
You know what I mean? We
I
want somebody
know.
that done, you know, somebody that done been taught, somebody that done been a
Right,
little grown, you know what I mean? So,
right,
and who wants to groom his daughter? You know, I wouldn't want
right,
no other man say they groom my woman. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, it's
right,
like, I wouldn't be a little satisfied, but you know, I try to, you know, notch thing that I heard he done now. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So
right,
that'd be getting me out my curtain now because I haven't been a guy that ever tried to compare or tried to,
right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So there go all the dominoes right there. So you would want out of all people that molded that woman or that girl that's yours now, it would have been her father. You know what I'm saying?
I I have
So
some really good
you
comments.
know,
Hold on.
yeah.
So we back it. That was very good.
Can
Thank
I
you so
second?
much.
Can I second what he was saying?
I want you to step in because this Instagram is blowing up. Go ahead.
I know,
Talk
I
to me.
see it.
You
So
see
first off,
it?
us three, we
Man,
mama's
shout
boys.
out to IG too, man.
So us three,
Yes,
we mama's boys. So
yes.
Yeah, oh
but
yeah, that's
I
why
want to say,
yeah.
that yes, I think to what my brother was saying is that women want to make sure that they number one, but
Right.
which I feel is a little odd because not odd
Mm-hmm.
because I get that,
Mm-hmm.
right? But our
Mm-hmm.
Right.
mothers actually taught us the game. They teach us the game, and they
Right.
teach us how to be able to treat women,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
right? But
Yeah.
I think that the reason why
Yeah.
we like a woman who has a father in their life is because it teaches them how to understand what a man may be going through in their life,
Mm.
right? So like,
Mm.
they can understand that, okay, he got to work all day. Okay, what is that? What, how can I
Mm-hmm.
support? How can I help him? Right? Or
Mm-hmm.
like the disrespect or understanding how
Right.
where a man comes from when there's a difference. So
Right.
I just wanted to add
I like that. So look, let me read these comments on Instagram.
that.
So somebody said, "Mama boys are fine, daddy girls are fine. Meddling parents are the problem. Not
Exactly.
having boundaries with your parent is the issue." Okay. And then the
Mm-hmm.
second comment was, "Men hate daddy girls. We get called too much because our standards are what our fathers set, what their father set. They give excuses of, oh, well, times have changed from your father's time." Y'all get that? It said,
Yeah,
I'm
I
Yeah.
not,
mean, and I'm gonna say
I'm not,
something for that right there. That
yeah,
you know that
I
joke was
agree with that.
good, but
Yeah,
I agree to a extent
Certain
because
extent.
some women would like the I mean, I would never be able to do or set the standard that your dad has set. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Exactly.
So
right.
some women will really logically have you on that toe. You know what I mean? Or have
Yep.
you least, you know what I mean? And that's wrong. You know what I mean? All the way
Mhm,
around the board. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm.
you know, let me, you know what I mean, show you my way, you know what I mean, my way,
Yeah.
or you
Exactly.
know, or so it's like, you know, it's like everything your dad did, I had, you know, and you had women like that, cuz don't get me wrong, you
Right,
don't, you know what I'm
right,
saying, but you have women like that, cuz where you, oh yeah, well, my dad said if you do it like, you know what I mean, so
yeah.
it's a little that'll get a little, cuz a little messy now, cuz you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Cause I ain't should, you know, but I'm gonna
I
go
ain't your
ahead. But that was
dad.
a good one though, man. Whoever that was, man. Shout out
But
to, you know, that
listen,
was a good one though.
G, you know who that was, G?
Who that? Oh yeah, oh man, it got. Oh yeah, and then yeah, you know what? Now you said that, then I know exactly who that was right there. Then I
leave
know
them
who that was
alone.
right
Keep it
there.
like it.
Uh,
So listen, so they do say that women marry their fathers, right?
yes,
And
ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am.
and then men look for
Mm-hmm.
women that have traits like their moms.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think is that I'm gonna have to agree a little bit with the person saying it's not the parents, it's the meddling parents.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning this, a meddling parent is, oh, where y'all going, Anthony? Oh, y'all going out back? Oh, shoot, bring me a steak too. She on a date with y'all. She got to go
Mm-hmm.
too. That's the
Mm-hmm.
meddling parent. Oh, you
I
mad?
get it.
What she do now? Now
Mm-hmm.
the mother mad. Now y'all gonna
Or
get back together
yeah.
next week. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
I get it. I get it. But where you
So
basically letting your parent pick your relation, you know what I'm saying? Pretty
exactly,
much, pretty much.
exactly.
Sum it up. You
These are
letting your parent pick who your love or where your, you know what I
yep,
mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
yep,
I get it.
yep.
And you're right. I do agree there. I
So
do. I
so
do.
so it is kind of like
Mm-hmm.
women want to marry somebody like their father, like whatever trait they have. Look, he
Yeah, I
was
do. I
laughing.
agree.
Cousin,
Yeah.
what you laughing at?
I'm looking at the
You look at the
Instagram.
Man,
Hey,
I'm
comment.
mad.
excuse
I
me, in
can't see,
trouble.
man. I'm mad. I can't, man. You hear me? I
Go to
can't see, man,
Instagram. Go
nothing.
to
You hear
Instagram.
me? Yeah, but
All
I'm gonna
right,
say it
so
like, I can't see nothing, man. But shout
I'm
out
gonna
to whoever on there, man, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna play this back on
48, yeah,
Instagram.
48 Lords. I know the group on there going crazy on there.
Man, the
Junior,
group is going
no,
crazy.
they going crazy on the group jump,
So
man.
let me see. So somebody said I'm not competing with a man's mom, and so somebody said men knock a woman for having a father that trained her for how a man's role is supposed to be, yet their mama always minding someone's business, overstepping. So I agree with
Oh
that. And
yeah,
then
they
it
going
says,
crazy. Hey, cuz, they going, man. Hey, cuz, man. Damn,
Larry
cuz.
agrees.
Yeah,
It say
shit.
some men don't even like their moms, which is true. And then it say there's healthy mamas, boys, and unhealthy stick
Exactly.
parenting. Mamas don't know how to mind their business. Somebody mad at somebody mama. Somebody,
Mhm.
somebody might let me read these comments on let me read these comments, y'all. The
Say it
comments
again,
are coming.
cuz.
It's like
Yeah.
all the best comments I had. All right, so let me see. Right here. Okay, so sir, he be cursing me out. Okay, so that's Tyree. All right, so Nene said, being a daddy's girl is the best. Sometimes being a daddy's girl just give you you have a certain wait a minute, hold on. Just
Mhm,
being a daddy's girl, you just want some men to have the characteristics of the dad.
mhm.
Exactly, just
I
the
just, yeah, I just
characteristics.
said that's what I
We
wrote.
said, I think either way, being raised by either is teaches you how to deal with, understand, tolerate, and respond to
Exactly.
the opposite sex in multiple areas. Perfect.
Exactly.
And then she said, but that's why we need emotional intelligence, men and women, to be able to discern when it comes to their parenting. But look, this is what
Mm.
I want to say. This is what I want to say to the people, just the people. He said, "Hell yeah, I'm out here. Can't wait. Can't stand a man and his nosy a mama." Bless
That's what
your
that
Oh,
heart.
is, G.
yeah.
So, so I get that the it's the mama, but this
Just
what it
going
is.
crazy.
They going crazy. So look,
Yeah.
this the thing. I think this is just an opinion. That's just my opinion. Once you in any relationship, once you get to know a person, it takes years to know a person. It can take you 10 years to really know a person, right?
If that.
What a lot of times happen is y'all hop in the bed and you don't really know that person, right? You don't know that that person is the way that they are because their mother may have dropped them off constantly, right? Their mother may didn't buy them shoes and clothes that their aunts may have bought them, and they had to go out on the street and hustle for it. Like, you don't know their mindset, so you have to get to know a person's mindset in order to deal with them. So a lot of times now, where I'm at now, I want to get to know the person here
Mhm.
before we do
Mhm.
anything. I want to know the person here that I'm dealing with, right? And so you are men raising kids, you have to, even like you said, Anthony, which I applaud, like nobody's perfect, right?
Mhm.
But what they see you doing, your role that you're stepping in as stepfather, they are watching you and your characteristics, how you act, how you treat them, how you discipline them, what you do for them. They're watching you and they're going to look for somebody with those same traits. Whether you know it or not, they're going to look for somebody with those same traits. The same way,
Mhm.
Larry, you're so intelligent, you speak well, you this and that. Your daughter is going to look for somebody that speak well, that's
Mhm.
educated, that I'm telling you, it's going that power lift sometime, whatever. That right, like they're gonna look for those traits. But
Mhm. Mhm.
a lot of times, like somebody said on here about the nosy mamas, right? She said they always wake up sleeping lines. I'm crying. They on here going for it. So once you get to know, they going for they having a full day. And I loved it. I love the comments. Keep them coming. Thank you so much. Come back next Sunday. We might have them back up here. Who knows? They might do the show. I don't know. But come back up here. So this was like really great. So now, even though we've been having Q&A, I just want to say, like, tell us something that y'all have going on outside of being a dad. I know, Junior, you got some stuff going on. I don't know, Anthony, what you got going on. You can share some things that y'all got going on, and then I'm gonna plug. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok at Talks with Tina G. I also have an app on Fire TV, and I have an app on Spot. What is it? Roku TV. You can go and download the app. You're gonna see this right here. You're gonna see this. Download the app. This podcast will be on this app as soon as we get off. I'm gonna upload it to the app. So if you're in the house and you didn't catch all of it, you can go back and watch it. So what y'all got going on?
Well, I mean, I ain't, cause as far as me,
Just
I'm back into my I'm back into my, I've been reading a book, bro, and them book. I just been back
yeah,
into a healthy space now with myself. I've been working out now with my brother
good.
Twan and stuff.
That's
Cause
good.
I was stressing at one time, cause what I
Yeah,
mean. So it's like,
yeah.
and my brother and them right there, man. Them boys did they blessings on me, man. You know what I
That's
mean? Like,
good.
I was going through it, so cause I'm
Yeah,
very passionate with my
yeah,
stuff, cause as
yeah,
I'm very,
yeah,
but I am a father, so that's why I was
yeah,
stressing that, and I'm proud to
yeah.
say it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
good. I'm
but I
happy
needed
for
to,
you.
what I mean, my brothers and
Yeah,
my sisters and
yeah,
yeah, my sisters and them too,
yeah,
though,
yeah.
and my mom and everybody. But now I've been, I done been
Love you
reading
some
them, bro, and them
people.
book. I've
Uh-huh.
been in my fit, you know what I mean? I've been in my fitness stuff now, so I'm getting that back now, cause
Uh-oh, you about to
so
be okay.
yeah, I'm about to, cut,
About to get
man. Hey,
tough.
look,
'Cause I
so
know look.
I'm back on that now. So you know
Uh-oh,
what I'm
that's
saying? I'm on
good.
that now. So, but other than that, I'm just waiting on, whatever, Junior and them doing. I'm ready to back
Yeah,
all they, you know what I mean? Just ready to
that's good.
just enjoy my, yeah, just enjoy
That's
the fun
good.
side now, cuz.
That's good. Thank you. Go ahead, Junior. I like
Yeah.
Junior. What's the
This.
name of the book? What you got going on?
So the name of the book is The 48 Laws of Dating. You can find it on Amazon for 20. If you are in the local area, the Maryland and DC area, you link up with Twan. If you are in the
Yep.
Philly area, you can
Let me
link up with
see.
me. Um, yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing, keep building the brand. We got some things coming up that me and Big
Yeah.
Brother been going through and
Hmm.
just planning out.
Okay.
So look forward to showing y'all later.
Okay. Let me see.
And
Let me
again,
show you.
shout out to 48 Laws of Dating, man. Shout out to
This is
all the
what.
ladies on there, man. Shout out to you all, you
Nah, they
queens on
said they
there,
gonna
man.
holler at you,
You
G's,
know what I
when they get
mean?
back to the
All the
chat.
queens that's on the joke, man. Y'all all are very intelligent, strong.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Ladies, man, on there. We love you guys' opinions, but sometimes you can, we are. Sometimes you ladies be ladies. I'm gonna leave it like that. Sometimes you ladies could just be ladies, man. You know what I mean? So, but we love y'all. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
oh
So,
yeah, Anthony,
but
they gonna
yeah.
holler at you soon. They say they gonna holler at you
Uh,
soon. Okay. It say a mother is a man's first heartbreak, just like a man is a woman. Ooh, some
Oh
men you
yeah,
like
yeah.
most.
Shout out to that one. Whoever that was, they was yeah. Shout out to that one. That's no lie right there,
Same
man.
person.
Straight up.
That
Oh, but
that
shit,
is
damn.
that is
I didn't gave her what shit. I didn't gave her own damn, man.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one, sis, man. Yeah.
But no, this was really good. I don't know if anybody have any questions. I'm gonna allow people to ask some questions. Well, they've been doing it, so I didn't have to even put that in. They started off with the questions. So if anybody have any questions, if y'all have anything y'all want anybody to follow y'all, let me put the book up again. I'm gonna meet Twan. This is the book, 48 Laws of Dating. This is it. Find my two handsome little cousins up, little cousins, right here. And I'm gonna get the book. I'm gonna give out the book. I'm gonna buy some
Man, they
books.
giving free game, man. Free game, y'all, man. You hear
Free
me? Free
game. I
game,
need
man.
that. I
Telling
need
y'all,
that.
man. Free game, man. Yeah, them boys
I
tough,
would
Like I
man.
need
Them
I
some
do
free
boys
want to
games,
say
tough.
cousin.
that the book,
Huh?
even though the book talks about dating, like the 48 laws of dating, you can
Hmm.
also use them in a social dimension. So it's not just
Yeah,
for
tap in with you, man. Tap in with
Hmm.
yourself and stuff. Right, yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you'll learn yourself, man. I had to read that junk.
Oh, sugar it now. So yeah. So yeah, it's a great book. Somebody said, how was it growing up? Great book, not too much. It's a lot of comments on Instagram. It's a lot. I don't know if they're asking each other how it was. Like they just going in, but I don't know if y'all have anything else. I think this is a great show. And again, I appreciate you. Anytime y'all want to come back, y'all can come back. When I do a live show, I would love to have y'all in the building. Maybe I'll come up to Philly one day and do a live show up there because I love doing me a little live show, honey. So I come up there. We can start some trouble in Philly. I'm
Most
in the
definitely.
DC area, so I'm invite everybody out. I'm trying to do something for my 100th episode. This is 67, so maybe my 100th episode, I may be in Philly. Who knows? I
And
don't
I
know
was
where I'm
just
gonna be at.
and I was just about to say that too, man. Shout out to you too, cuz man. No bull,
So
man.
thank
You
you,
know,
Yeah,
thank
that's a
real
you.
fact.
talk, man. Shout out cause you stayed with it though, cuz
Mhm.
Yes,
and
yep.
so big shout out to you. I like I said, I see you
And,
had Yandy, man. I've been following this joint too, cuz been
mhm,
supporting your joint,
I appreciate you.
You've been doing great.
I
Keep it
needed
up,
the
cuz.
support.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you've been
tell a
doing
friend and
great.
tell a friend. So I
Mhm.
appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. So why you laughing? Larry just
Me?
be laughing. It must be some more comments on Instagram I ain't see
No,
yet.
no. I
I'll say
appreciate
how
you.
was
They
the
going.
relationship?
I ain't worried
Oh
about that.
man, they going. Thank you,
G's, we,
Twan. I'm gonna just say
me,
thank you
me
to.
and Twan stay in trouble, so it ain't nothing you do us. But G's, he in
Well,
trouble.
Oh yeah, man. I think I done
We
got on.
stay.
Yeah, man. I got some
but no,
explaining, y'all, man. I see y'all
well,
in a second, y'all, man. We be
well,
on in a
we'll
second,
see y'all in
y'all,
a
man.
second. Look, I appreciate
Mm.
that. Um,
You see what they say, cuz?
what they say, what they say. Let me see what they say. You could have invited the ladies in the 48 laws of dating. We have to keep on rise right now. Oh Jesus. That giggling machine up there tonight. That is so funny. So I need to hop on this group and see what y'all got going on. So I don't know if that's it. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to add? Anything where we can follow y'all? Y'all know I'm gonna chop
Mhm.
this podcast up real quick, and I'll send them to y'all so then y'all can post them as y'all leisure, and then I won't post them. So what I do is I'll send them to y'all via email or text or social media, and then y'all can post them at y'all leisure. Put them in your group, however you want to do it. But I do appreciate y'all so much.
We
Yeah,
Y'all
and I
appreciate
was
you,
want to
cuz.
say,
waiting.
bro. Yeah, and I want to say, bro, got some clothing stuff too, man. Yeah,
You
check
got
out
some
my bro
clothing stuff.
clothing, man. Yeah,
What?
he got some
But
clothes. Yeah,
they going I think they gonna when they get everything sealed, they're gonna come back and let me know and give me a little
yeah, we
outfit or let
going.
me
Yeah,
see the
it's a lot of
outfit.
stuff going on, cuz
Man,
it's a lot of
I
stuff that's about
appreciate
to,
that. About
yeah,
to pop off. I love my cousin.
man.
About to pop off. I love y'all. So thank y'all so much. This has been great. Like I said, follow me on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube at Talks with Tina G. I am Tina G on Facebook. I'm on Spotify. If you're in the car, you can type in Talks with Tina G. This gonna pop up. I'm also on Roku, and I'm on Fire TV. You can download the app. You'll see this right here. Talks with Tina G. I'm all over the place. So if you don't catch it here, you'll catch me somewhere else. So I appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all so much. Don't forget 48 Laws of Dating. I can't wait to get my book in my hand. So if there's nothing left, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna chop this up and I'm gonna get back to y'all. Okay, go
Thank
get
you,
All
that
cuz.
right.
group.
Thank
Get
you
the
again,
group.
cuz. Thank you
All
again.
right.
Shout out to
Thank
48
y'all.
again, man. Nish gang,
Yes.
man. The whole Philly, man. Whole DC,
Yes.
man. Everybody, man.
Yes.
Shout out to the mothers, man. The fathers, man.
Yes.
We love you all, man.
I appreciate that. All right. Good night, y'all. I'm putting some
Good
music
night,
now.
cuz.
All right. Good night. Thank you so much.